Thanks for clicking on this Inland Sports video. If you'd like to promote your business on Inland Sports, send us an email. And welcome to a very special Inland Sports Show here at Crafton Hills College for the Ambassador League Swim Finals. My name is Pep Fernandez, not in the studio at Teen Vision TV 16 this week, but we'll be back in the studio next week as we bring you, well, first round coverage of the CIF Southern Section baseball and softball playoffs. But for right now, let's talk about those softball playoffs. The Valley View Eagles from out of the Ivy League knocking off Riverside Poly. That was a big win for the Eagles to build some momentum, some confidence as they go into the Southern Section playoffs coming up. Let's hear from head coach John Perez. Yes, the legendary Coach Perez from Santiago fame, amongst others. More than 600 career wins for Coach Perez and still counting. He might have a couple more wins to add to that total this season, depending on how far the Eagles go here in the CIF Southern Section playoffs. So check out our interview with Coach Perez and the Valley View Eagles. Inland Sports. And now join us here on the Inland Sports Show as we get real close to the CIF Southern Section playoffs. It's the Valley View Eagles softball team, head coach John Perez, and the Eags getting ready to go into the postseason. And Coach, you are no stranger to the playoffs. You know what it takes to go all the way to win the title. How do you feel about the Eagles right now as we come down the final week of the regular season? Are they playing pretty well?
We're playing well right now. We got a big win up on Friday against Riverside Poly. They had a 25-game winning streak coming in, and we beat them 4-2. This young lady right here hit a two-run shot late in the game, and our defense took care. Our pitchers did a great job on the mound, and we came back and beat a good Rosary team on Saturday. And G threw that game, little G threw that one. And then we played Temescal yesterday, and we beat them 6-2 in league. And so we're finishing up 2 non-league games, Orange Vista tomorrow, and then Thursday against Yucaipa. So we're in good shape right now. We're 20-4, and hopefully we're going to peak right at the right time.
And Coach, going back to the Poly win, snapped their winning streak, and then you beat Temescal Canyon. That was another important game, right, in terms of the Ivy League and the standings. Yeah,
because that gives us the 2 seed, and they're Division 2 just like us. So we should be okay. But that division, there's a lot of good teams, Pep. So it's going to be a dogfight, and hopefully we can pull that sled to the finish.
All right, Coach, you're surrounded by great players. Who do you got with you today?
I'll let them introduce themselves. Gomi, you go first.
I'm Tatiana Gomez.
I'm Jayden Hernandez.
I'm Alyssa Torres.
I'm Sky Johnson.
I'm Giselle Morales.
I'm Dea Bailey.
Well, Coach, listen, they've been tearing it up all season long. What do you think makes this group of ladies special? What's unique about this year's team that makes them so successful?
Well, the chemistry. Chemistry's been well. They bought into what we're trying to teach them. At times it gets a little tough for them to understand what the process, but we're always going to do what's best for us. And the best potential of me is we, and they understand that. And different lineups sometimes, and they bought into it, and that's really important because that's what a team's all about.
All right, ladies, any of you can answer this. I think, Jaylen, you had a big home run the other day, and, of course, the franchise is hitting home runs right and left. But, for any of you, this season, what has really stood out to you about this team? Why are you guys successful? What's fun about this team? And any of you can answer this.
You want me to go? Okay.
I would say what's special about this team is because we had 3 transfers this year, and it's been new to us 3. And I think it's been very good because we came together as a team. And at the end of the day, we're all sisters. We barely met each other, and we're this powerful already. Imagine if we were together for our 4 years, we would be a great, solid team, unstoppable. But right now we're doing really good, and we're so fresh with each other. I think it's a really good squad.
That's awesome. How about somebody else?
Someone jump in.
Everyone's
Honestly-
shy. All right, thank you, Jaylen.
Yeah. But I'm also another transfer that came in this semester, and I am a senior, so it's my last semester of my high school year. But when I first joined this team, I bonded with them very, very well. And I felt the team chemistry very quickly, and I wasn't shy to talk to the girls. I wasn't nervous to play on the field. I felt like when I first played on the field with them, I played with them already for 4 years. And it just came to me really easy getting to know them. And I've known Coach Perez technically my entire life, so it wasn't really nothing new. And it was just an exciting team. Yeah.
All right, let me ask the franchise back there with all those home runs. Listen, let me ask you, I mean, every time you go step up to the plate, are you swinging for the fences, or are you just kind of a natural, hey, I'm going to make contact, and it just somehow goes, 300 plus feet?
I think for me, it's mainly just like getting the job done when I need to, especially like if we're down. Like my main thing is just like hit it hard through the defense, see what happens. I mean, if it goes out, it goes out. My main thing is just like being able to get on base. So, I mean, the rest of our lineup can do their job, So I got lead off. I mean, a home run comes, that's good. But I mean, a double, she comes up, she hits a home run. I mean, it's just getting on base and trying to do the job when it matters.
Not to put you on the spot, but do you know what the school record is for home runs in a season, or career home runs?
It's her.
It's
You
her.
got it. It's her. We already did it. We already did it all. We already did it. Coach Martita told us that when she started the program, she's the founder. She says there wasn't very many home runs hit because they played across the street, and nobody really hit it out back then. So she's got the school record. She's gonna hit at least 20. I guarantee it.
I figured as much, Coach. I just wanted to hear from you guys that the school record was broken this year. But Coach, I wanted to ask you, speaking of records and big numbers, 600 career wins and counting right now. I think you said you're at 603 or something like that. What does that mean to you, Coach?
That means I've had great players around me all my life, and so you gotta have players, and I've changed with the times. Like the way I coached 25 years ago, softball wouldn't work today. Kids are different, and I've changed with it, and I'm 70 years old now, and I'm still doing it, and we're still successful.
And I think you said you were tied with your old rival, Coach Bird, right? Right now.
Oh man, that was my old nemesis. I passed her up tomorrow. We passed her tomorrow. Then Rick's ahead of me, and Rick does a good job at Norco.
Yeah, you've had some battles with them too. A lot of history with those Big 8 league schools.
Yeah.
Coach, you're still coaching. You said you're 70 years old. What keeps bringing you back? What do you enjoy about this?
Just the youth, just kids in general, and trying to teach them the old school way, because that's the best school. And these guys nowadays that coach, it ain't like that no more, And so I try to teach them, the right from the wrong and old ways. You got all these travel ball guys that have all their new stuff out there. And but at the end of the day, it's still catch a ball, throw a ball, and hit a ball. Real simple.
Coach Perez, you talk about the old ways. You took your team to the original Miguel's, right?
You got that right.
Well, Coach, as we get closer to the playoffs, and ladies, I'll ask you the same thing, but I want to hear Coach's perspective first. But as you get ready to go to the playoffs, what do you think the Eagles need to do well in the D2 playoffs to maybe get a couple wins in a row and make a run through CIF?
What we're going to need to do is it all starts in the circle with our pitchers. We got the baby assassin, a freshman, and then we got little G, who this kid right here can throw, and we got to play good defense. The offense is going to take care of itself. We got a really potent offense. So 1 through 9 were pretty good, and so but that defense and the pitching, that's what it's going to come down to.
All right, ladies, again, same question. Any of you can jump in there, but what do you think the Eagles need to do in the playoffs to make a run through CIF?
I think we need to dominate early
with our offense because we have an unstoppable offense 1 through 9, and no one could compete with us. If we hold our defense down like we should be unstoppable in CIF, and no one should come past us.
Get an early lead for your pitchers, right? A little bit of coaching.
I feel that
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel we need to have high energy and honestly just come out and give everything that we have. And most importantly, have fun. I feel like the more we have fun, the better outcome of the game. Like, we have fun. We had fun the poly game, and then we beat them after, we've been waiting for that win. Yeah. So I just feel like we just need to have high energy and just be ready to go.
How do you keep that high energy? Do you guys listen to music? Do you joke around in the dugout? Like, how do you keep it loose and
Hey, wait. Can't wait to hear this. You know me. I play oldies. That was my trademark. And I brought it with me to Valley View, and these guys, I hear it and I go, there's no negotiating. It's old school. And you got to come out one day. We fixed that place up, man. It is like unbelievable. And I want to give a shout out to Dr. Verde, Dr. Rice, and my AD, John Kenyon, and also our athletic VP, Mr. Gilead. So I want to give a shout out to those guys because they've been like unbelievable guys, man. They've just been great supporters.
So, Coach, is there a scenario where you think you might open with a home game in the playoffs?
Man, we're hoping for one. We're hoping, But, hey, we'll go play any place, anytime. Hey, we're ready.
That's the right answer.
You're going to go on the road sooner or later. So if it comes soon, then we'll go. It's playoff time. It's fun time.
Well, ladies, before we wrap it up, again, anyone else want to jump in there on what you think you guys need to do well in the playoffs?
Right here needs to say something. She's the quiet one. This is Lil G.
Lil G, let's go.
It all starts in the circle.
What I would say is that we need more, communication on the field, make sure we're on the same page, and as well as energy in the dugout. Sorry. Okay. And
it's okay.
And make sure we're up, make sure we're high, just to keep it going. Yeah.
All right. Anybody else? Last call. All right, Coach. I got to know what's your favorite.
No, we just honestly
Go ahead,
Jaylene. What is what?
Go ahead, Jaylen. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, because we are on a really good roll right now, and the way we keep winning these games, we just need to continue what we've been doing. Don't make it too big as what it is. Don't make the moment too big for yourself. Just, it's another softball game. We know how to play. We know how to catch, and just continue what we need to do and win.
That's a good answer right there. That's a good answer. Coach, before we leave this interview, I did want to ask you, you've been going to Miguel's for a long time. What's your go-to meal? What's your go-to combo or item? What do you always get?
Bean, rice, and cheese burrito.
Simple.
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
Just keep everything simple.
Well, Coach Perez, listen, it's been way too long, man. It's so good to catch up with you. I'm so glad you're having so much success at Valley View. And ladies, congrats on a strong regular season. Hope to see what you guys can do in the playoffs in Division II. So thanks so much for jumping on the show.
Hey, thank you very much. Hey, thank you.
All right, that's the Valley View Eagles here on the Inland Sports Show. Inland Sports. And best of luck to Coach Perez and the Eagles in the CIF Southern Section softball playoffs. When we come back here on this Inland Sports Show from Crafton Hills College, we're going to check in with Roosevelt track and field star Cayden Roberson, your Mount SAC Relays champion in the 300-meter hurdles. That's next here on the Inland Sports Show. And this segment of the Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Kin Sporting Goods in Norco. #1 in the Inland Empire for team uniforms, sports equipment, and Letterman's jackets. Boost Performance Training in Corona. Athletes of all levels and all sports train at Boost. And also ask about the Bass Private School. Paulson Orthodontics in Redlands. Personalized treatment you deserve from an orthodontist you can trust. Chick-fil-A in Rialto, right off the 210 freeway at Ayala Drive. Eat more chicken.
Do you know how many calories you should be consuming every day? Too often I talk to athletes who want to build lean muscle, and the first thing they do is either buy a big tub of protein or drastically cut their calories. Like competing, to get the win with nutrition, athletes need a solid game plan. This means a diet that consists of complex carbs, lean proteins, and essential fats. And more importantly, knowing how much to eat of each. Your boy, Boost Man.
Hey guys, this is Jason at Ken Sporting Goods. We're almost to 1,000 Instagram followers. Tell your friends, like us, come down and see us. Thank you so much for your loyalty.
The Inland Sports Show is proud to partner with Dr. Marcus Paulson and Paulson Orthodontics in Redlands. Dr. Paulson and his team work with children, teens, and adults using orthodontic products like traditional braces and Invisalign to make a difference in the appearance, comfort, and function of each patient's teeth. Paulson Orthodontics welcomes new patients, so schedule a visit today. Paulson Orthodontics. We make braces fun. And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show from Crafton Hills College this week. We'll be back in the Teen Vision TV 16 studio next week with our guy Johnny Nunez directing the show. Miss you, Johnny. Inland Sports. But in this show, we want to talk a little track and field, and Cayden Roberson of Roosevelt High School had a big day at the Mount SAC Relays. In fact, it's our big boost play of the week. Here is Cayden at the Mount SAC Relays in the 300-meter hurdles. Now, last year, he made it all the way to the CIF state meet and finished in third place overall in the entire state. Well, Cayden making his mark and really sending shockwaves through the state, winning the prestigious Mount SAC Relays 300-meter hurdles. He's building up towards the CIF state meet, and this was a signature win for Cayden this season. It is our big boost play of the week. We had a chance to catch up with Cayden to talk about that big win at the Mount SAC Relays and his big goals for the rest of the season. Inland Sports. And now join us here on the Inland Sports Show. He's a big-time track and field star from Roosevelt High School, coming off a big title at the Mount SAC Relays, a very prestigious meet. It is Cayden Roberson from Roosevelt High School. And Cayden, I want to talk about last season. I want to talk about all of this season, but we got to start first with the Mount SAC Relays, winning the 300-meter hurdles there. And it's always an elite meet there. What did that mean to you to win at the Mount SAC Relays?
It meant a lot to me knowing that I was able to go out there and compete against a lot of guys that will most likely be at state. So it was a fun race and also a competitive race, and I was just glad to be there.
That's my next question is it kind of a precursor to the CIF state meet? Do you feel like if you did well there, you're going to have a good chance, when you go to state?
Yeah, I do feel like I would do pretty good at state. There's definitely a lot of guys that I think would be at state, so I do think it was kind of good to already run against them not early, but run against them right now, going into league and then going into CIF soon as well.
All right, Cayden, speaking of the season, how do you feel you are, right now? Do you feel like you can still shave off a little bit from your time? Are you feeling healthy? Do you feel pretty good like right now as we go through the last couple of weeks of the season?
Yeah, most definitely. I feel very in shape right now. My 37.06 was good, but I know I have a lot to clean up and a lot that I can still work on through league and through CIF and all the way up into state. I know I have a lot to work on.
Cayden, I'm just curious, how long have you been doing hurdles, and how did you first start?
This is my second year hurdling, actually. And I kind of started like my brother. I saw him doing hurdles. He came back home from playing football at Wyoming, and then he went the JUCO route, and he started hurdling again. And so I kind of just wanted to follow in his footsteps and start hurdling like he does.
Obviously you have to be a great athlete and fast, but it's so much about technique too, right? Like that rhythm and that the tempo to clear the hurdles. And I mean, how hard was it in the beginning maybe to get dialed in and kind of really perfect what you're doing now? Was it a difficult learning curve at first?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely still difficult learning how to hurdle, and I can't say that my form is perfect, but I still have a lot to work on with my form and then race patterns. So there's a lot that goes into it. But at first it was very difficult learning how to hurdle. And then you just kind of get better as you run the race more, run both the races more, and you just keep practicing and practicing over and over. It's kind of something you just have to keep doing over and over to kind of get good at.
So, Cayden, I mean, you're still relatively new to this event, right? I mean, and you're already having a tremendous amount of success. What do your coaches say, like at Roosevelt, when they see you having so much success so fast? I mean, last year I think you were third, right, at the CIF state meet. What's your coach's advice to you? Because I feel like there's still so much potential. Like you're just starting in this event. You're going to be so much better, in a year or 2 or 3 years down the road.
They just keep telling me to keep doing the drills that we do at practice, and then they're happy for me though. They're happy that I can have this much success early on, and then they just keep telling me to keep doing all my drills, all my hurdle drills, and then just keep working hard as well.
Have you even surprised yourself?
Definitely. I didn't think I would do as good as I did last year, and then this year I haven't been doing the best, but Mount SAC surprised me a lot, and then. But I feel like I could do a bit better. But yeah, I definitely surprised myself at first. I didn't know I would come out and be as good as I was, and then continue to go and be third at state.
All right, Cayden, I got to know what's your cat's name?
His name is Niall.
I've got a Nacho and a Munchie at home. We got 2 cats here, 2 dogs and 2 cats. But so, Cayden, as you go through the last couple of weeks of the season, I know you had, as we do this interview, you're just coming off Big 8 League prelims. You're going to go into the Big 8 League finals. Are there certain things that you're still working on? Are there certain things that as you go through league and CIF that you want to get even more fine-tuned and dialed in before you get to the CIF state meet up in Clovis?
Oh, yeah, 100%. For my 300 hurdles, I just want to improve my race plan. I have to start introducing a race plan for myself because my first 3 hurdles are a bit off. So I have to start introducing a race plan for that. And I want to work on being more clean with the hurdles for 300 hurdles. And for the 110 hurdles, I want to be more technically sound and just fix my form up a bit.
So, Cayden, what all events do you do for Roosevelt? Obviously, the 300 meters, you grabbed headlines because of what you did last year at state and winning Mount SAC, last weekend. But, what all do you do? And do you feel like the 300-meter hurdles is like your main signature event?
Including relays or just like
everything? Yeah, relays as well.
I feel like 300 hurdles is like what I gravitate towards. Like I say, like, I'm a 300 hurdler. But I mean, I like to do the 110s. It's just harder to get better at. Like it's a harder race for me. But I do 4x1, 110 hurdles, 300 hurdles, and the 4x4.
Wherever you can pick up points, right, for the Mustangs, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Cayden,
but I enjoy those relays with my team.
Do you?
Yeah.
Cayden, with the hurdles, you're talking about like a race plan. I mean, for us who don't know a whole lot about that event, I mean, do you time down the steps? Like it's a certain amount of steps per race, and and I don't know what goes into coming up with a race plan for that.
So what I did last year was I counted to the first hurdle, and then everything else will flow smoothly after that. So I think I might start doing that again this year. But for some people, a race plan is like alternating on a certain hurdle. which is something I have to work on going into college for the 400 hurdles. But some people have like alternate for the race plan. Some people count to the first hurdle or even second and third. But I just want to try to implementing counting to the first hurdle again. So so my steps are on.
So a lot of it, you're hoping, if you do it enough times, it's just going to be muscle memory, right? You don't have to think about it. It just happens when you get to that first hurdle. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, that's how it happened last year. I would count to the first hurdle so many times that I started to get used to it, and I stopped starting to the first hurdle.
All right, Cayden, when you coming into this season and even where we're at right now, what were the goals? What were your expectations for this season? What were you hoping to do?
Coming into the season, I wanted to go 36, but I just trust in God and His timing for me. So I just stayed patient, and now I'm at 37.06, so I'm close to going to 36, which is my goal. I have a vision board. It has 36 all over it. But so going 36 coming to the season, and then that's pretty much it. 300 is my favorite race to run, even though it's pretty hard. But 36 was the main goal going into the season.
And Cayden, I think doing the hurdles, I think that opened a door for a college scholarship. I think it was with Colorado. Did I see that correctly?
Yeah, I signed with Colorado Boulder.
Are you excited about that? What was it about Colorado that you liked?
I'm very excited to be back out there. I like the coach. Coach Bachman is really cool. And I like the team a lot. The team is really cool out there when I went out there. And then the place, like Colorado is a really nice place. Like I like nature and everything like that. It's a really nice place to be. They're in a good conference. I like their conference a lot, good competition. And then also my aunt lives out there. So it's just all perfect for me to go out there.
All right. And Cayden, finally, I mean, what's the big end game for you? I know, again, you've only been doing the 300-meter hurdles, for 2 years now, and there's still so much untapped potential. I mean, do you see yourself maybe, representing the red, white, and blue at the Olympics one day? Do you want to, run professionally maybe one day? Like, what's the big goal for you at the end?
I think that would be cool if I was able to run for Team USA. But I think I just want to see where college takes me. I know I have a lot of untapped potential that I would definitely have to work towards too. But yeah, I think that would be cool if I was able to go to the Olympics and everything like that. So I just got to see where college takes me and where my coaching takes me as well.
Man, that's exciting though. Like you're already having so much success, and you're still, I say a baby, you're still a baby in this event. Yeah. So you know what I mean? Like there's still so much more room to grow into this. Cayden, listen, congratulations, man. Just on a great season, coming off a great season from last year as well. And that Mountain SAC Relays title, very prestigious. That's a very big deal. So when I saw that, I was like, dude, we got to get Cayden on the show, man, because that's huge. So Cayden, congrats on that. Best of luck at the Big 8 League Finals on Thursday. And we appreciate you hopping on the Inland Sports Show with us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, that's Cayden Roberson from Roosevelt High School here on the Inland Sports Show. Inland Sports. And when we come back here on the Inland Sports Show from Crafton Hills College, we will recap the high school career of legendary quarterback Jayden Daniels out of Cajon High School, the Heisman Trophy winner, the former Cowboy, now getting ready for the NFL Draft, which begins tomorrow night. We'll have that, plus our Ken Sporting Goods must-see game when we come back here on the Inland Sports Show. Hey, what's up, guys? We are on location at Rancho Cucamonga High School for another gridiron question with the Boost Man, Coach Ray Bass. Here's the Boost Man standing by with Cougars head coach Brian Hildebrand. Boost Man.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Pep. We're here with Coach Hildebrand at Rancho Cucamonga High School, and one of the things that I see that parents get wrong with their kids' development is chasing scholarships. So whether that is thinking that they need to market their kid a lot, or maybe paying private coaches for their networks that are often, ambiguous at best. But Coach, you've had a lot of great athletes who come through your program, earn scholarships. Tell us, what do athletes have to do in this program in order to earn a scholarship?
Yeah, thanks a lot. So, one of the things that the guys got to do is go out there and be the complete student athlete. They got to be the full package. Anytime that I have college coaches coming to talk to me, they're asking about their character, they're asking about their academics, they're asking about their work ethic and what they do on campus and how they are. And, when kids go out there and they're chasing scholarships, they got to really prioritize the things that are going to lead to them being found and sought out by those coaches, because a lot of times kids aren't going to go find it themselves. But you better believe that most of these coaches are going to do their homework. They're going to know who the kids are. They're going to go out there and do their due diligence to study them, understand what makes them tick, understand what kind of person they are. You got to be a great athlete. So it's about going out there and playing football at a high level. Having the measurables is one thing that everyone needs to have. Whether you like it or not, a lot of these coaches are asking about their size, their height, their weight. They want to know what they're running in the 40, what they're running in the 100, and just looking at all the measurables in terms of size. We've been able to have quite a few student athletes that may be undersized that have been able to get scholarships, and that's because, number one, they perform on the field, and then secondly, they do a great job in the classroom. So here at Rancho, we really try to prioritize academics. Guys do a great job in the classroom, and when you have a 3.0 or above, it opens up a lot of doors for you.
Hearing that, I love the fact that you guys are academics first, and just the idea that, talking about being a great athlete, which is really important. On our way up here, you were talking about a lot of your football players, being multi-sport athletes. I love that. I love to see, young student athletes who play multiple sports. How important is that, do you feel, for your program and as it relates to kids getting offers and getting scholarships?
Yeah, so colleges are multidimensional. They want somebody that's multifaceted, that can do it all. And so when they look at a guy and they understand they take care of business in the classroom, they can then look at the film, and then if they play other sports, that's a huge plus as well. We have guys that have been on our track team that play football for us for the past 3 years that have been some of the top track guys in the state. And so a lot of these coaches, one of the first things they ask is if they have verified track times. And so when a guy goes out there and they have a verified 100-meter dash, that's easy for a coach to go out there and say, well, this kid has an opportunity to play with great speed, and he has the endurance to go and compete at a high level in track and field. And a lot of those skills, especially speed and agility, are going to transfer over to football. And so we try to play a fast brand of football on both sides of the ball. Offense, we're going to, try to create and generate explosive plays.
You're speaking my language. You're talking academics. You're talking, being a good athlete. You're talking speed, and that whole package. I think those things are really important. That's exactly what we talk about, here in our Gridiron series. Appreciate you. Appreciate the opportunity.
Yep.
You got anything else for us?
Yeah, no, just really excited to go out there and compete this offseason. Looking forward to it. We got a great team and great class coming up, so go Cougars.
Nice. Good luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Back to you, Pep.
Man, good stuff by the Boost Man and Coach Hildebrand there. If you have a question for the Boost Man, you can find us on social media. That's Boost Training. Find the DMs and send us your question for a future Gridiron question. And this segment of the Inland Sports Show is brought to you by Ken Sporting Goods in Norco, #1 in the Inland Empire for team uniforms, sports equipment, and Letterman's jackets. Boost Performance Training in Corona. Athletes of all levels and all sports train at Boost. And also ask about the Bass Private School. Paulson Orthodontics in Redlands. Personalized treatment you deserve from an orthodontist you can trust. Chick-fil-A in Rialto, right off the 210 freeway at Ayala Drive. Eat more chicken. And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show from Crafton Hills College. Right now, we want to talk about Jayden Daniels, the all-time leading passer in CIF Southern Section history. Jayden, the Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, now getting ready for the NFL Draft. The former Cajon Cowboys star should be probably inside the top 3 picks of tomorrow night's draft. In case you're wondering, the Washington Commanders, they pick number 2, and the New England Patriots will pick number 3. There's a very good chance that Jayden will end up on one of those teams probably Washington at number 2, right after Caleb Williams out of USC going number 1 to the Chicago Bears. But we had a lot of fun walking down memory lane, looking at our coverage of Jayden Daniels, not only here on the Inland Sports Show, but also the content we produced for IEMG TV3 in the city of San Bernardino. So going all the way back to Jayden's freshman season, let's take a look at Jayden's career as a Cajon Cowboy. Inland Sports. Cajon High School football team brought home some hardware from the Southwest County passing tournament at Paloma Valley High School. And head coach Nick Rogers used a pair of quarterbacks at the tournament, sophomore Jerome Weber and freshman Jayden Daniels. Each of them played well. The Cowboys' undefeated start has been paced by the play of freshman quarterback Jayden Daniels. Yes, I said freshman, and he's already one of the top passers in the entire inland area.
I was nervous the first game because I didn't know what to expect. But after that first play, it just came back to me. Like, I've been playing football for a long time, as Coach Rogers said, since I was 7 years old.
A kid that's a freshman in the program starting, we were, I'd say a little nervous, watching him and how he'd react under the lights. But he's been playing the game for a long time. He handles it extremely well.
It seems like just yesterday as we watched the Cowboys earn a share of the Citrus Belt League title and reach the CIF Southern Section Inland Division semifinals last year. Cajon competed at the Southwest County Passing Tournament at Paloma Valley High School. The Cowboys seen here taking on Downey in this game, and sophomore quarterback Jayden Daniels was picking apart that Downey secondary.
Working on timing with your receivers for the season.
The Cajon Cowboys football team is playing for a CIF Southern Section Division IV championship to the fourth quarter, and Daniels breaks off a 53-yard touchdown run. Daniels had the game of his life, 278 on the ground, 290 through the air, 8 total touchdowns as Cajon wins the CIF Southern Section Division IV title, 54-28 the final.
Here with Cajon quarterback Jayden Daniels. He doesn't even know how many touchdowns he had tonight. Let's just say it was a lot. CIF Southern Section champions. What's going through your mind right now?
I'm just happy that we won. Finally, it's been 30 years since Cajon won, so I'm just happy that we won.
First CIF Southern Section title in 30 years, a Southern California Regional Championship, a berth in the state.
Winning championships, we didn't win state, but we made history. We won CIF in 30 years, and I just gotta thank the O-line, Coach Rogers, and the receivers.
Jayden, congratulations being Mr. Football here in the Inland Empire on the Inland Sports Show. I texted Rich Imbriani to find out, hey, what school records did Jayden Daniels break? He simply texted back, all of them.
I just don't really focus on the stats. I just play the game. I mean, it's just people around the community, when they see me, they'll say, good job, you put it on for San Bernardino, put it on for Cajon.
All right, well, let's go to the highlights. Sierra Canyon and Cajon for the CIF Southern Section Division III title. Let's go right to it here at San Bernardino Valley College. And not bottle him up all the time. Jayden Daniels takes a big hit, but there's the first touchdown of the game for Cajon. When it comes to throwing the football in San Bernardino County, there's nobody better than Cajon quarterback Jayden Daniels. Daniels inked his name in the county record book by becoming the all-time leading passer, passing former Redlands East Valley star Armando Herrera. They are once again your Citrus Belt League champions.
This feels a little bit weird. It really hasn't hit me yet. It hasn't hit me that I'm done with high school. I just graduated.
The number 5 football jersey at Cajon High School is now off limits for future players as the Cowboys retired the jersey of quarterback great Jayden Daniels. Inland Sports. Can't wait to see who ends up with Jayden Daniels in the NFL. Good luck to Jayden. All right, time now for our Ken Sporting Goods must-see game before we get out of here, and it's a huge week in the Citrus Belt League. Citrus Valley taking on Yucaipa in baseball. It's our Ken Sporting Goods must-see game, but actually plural because they're going to play twice this week, beginning Wednesday at Yucaipa and then again on Friday at Citrus Valley. Right now, going into this big 2-game series, the Blackhawks own a 1-game lead on the T-Birds. So first place and the league title up for grabs. Might be a co-championship when it's all said and done. It's our Ken Sporting Goods must-see games this week. So if you're watching us live on Wednesday night, the Blackhawks and the T-Birds just wrapping up the first of those 2 games this week. So that would be a big win for one of those teams, either the Blackhawks to clinch the championship or for Yucaipa to draw even going into that final game on Friday. Still waiting to see that final score. And that's going to do it for this Inland Sports Show from Crafton Hills College. The Ambassador League Swim Finals taking place behind me. We'll be back in the Teen Vision TV 16 studio next week with our guy, our favorite director, Johnny Nunez. My name is Pep Fernandez. God bless you guys. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show.